As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
I usually mind my business, but we got a bitter bitch in the comments talking about he's already a bare minimum father by my own account. If the schedule is 95 to 5, let's check. If the schedule is 95 to 5, that means that the mother has been controlling every fucking thing when it comes to this child. She wants to act like that she made Halo on her own and she didn't have to fuck DDG and get a nut to make that baby. She ain't make that baby on her own. So at the end of the day, none of the decisions should be made on her fucking own. First of all, if a nigga is threatening 50-50 custody, what is the issue with that? What is wrong with a man wanting to be equally present in his son's life? Y'all feel like a nigga gotta go to court to be a father, and that's the fucking problem. You bitches is married to the fucking government. You are some government cheese ass hoes. That's y'all fucking problem. A nigga shouldn't have to go to the court and get rights to a child he laid down and fucked. It wasn't no government involved when they was fucking, so it shouldn't be no government involved in their life growing up the child. They should be equally respected because it took equally two of them to make that child. What the fuck are y'all talking about? No wonder there's so many boys growing up like bitch ass niggas because of women like you who feel like a man don't have equal rights to a child, bro. You're fucking weird. You're bitter and you hate men.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Like, bitch, where's your baby dad? Where's your fucking dad at, bitch? I could tell your dad wasn't even there because you think it's normal to have to go through court and fight to have rights to your kids. Your mom was a bitter bitch too? Is that why you think that shit is normal? Going to court and making somebody fight for their kid is not fucking normal, bitch. Get you some fucking education or something. Fuck wrong with y'all?
The stud is right. Why should a man have to fight so hard for equal rights to his own child? They would never treat the mother that way. 50-50 custody should be mandatory out the gates. The problem with that idea is child support is on the table as soon as the baby is born. The courts love when the home is broken. They gain more control over your life and make money off it in the process. The custody scam is undefeated. Don't get trapped in its grasp. Let's take a look at the comment section. I'm telling you, the fathers that want to be in the kid's life go through the worst. But the fathers that don't give a fuck, the only thing they get is the mother crying and begging. I guess they love them types. Yeah, they love them types. And also, they like to use the kids as weapons. Since the father wants to be in the kid's life and the mom doesn't want to be with the father no more, she's going to use the kids as weapons to hurt him. Then they be mad when a dude a deadbeat. Yeah, because they can't control him and they can't get money off him, right? It don't make sense. That is a young black man that wants to be a father to his black son, and people are mad at him. So they mad when the black man aren't there and mad when they are / wanna be. You can't win. Society is doomed. In circumstances like that, you can't win. It's rigged because what's going on right now is we worship women to the point of lunacy. Everything they do is perfect and they cannot do any wrong. So if you challenge them, like fighting for custody, you will get backlash and they'll make you look like a bad person. That's all that's going on right now. On to the next.
That's what I call a chain
I
reaction.
don't know if it's just me, but do anybody else feel like life is just a repetitive cycle? I literally feel like I do the same thing every single day. I get up, I make breakfast, take the kids to school, go to work, come home, sleep. And I do it every single day. Like, it's just a non-stop process.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
Like, I'm at the point where I'm so tired of chasing paper. I'm so tired of trying to figure out where I can make extra income, where I can make extra money. Like, I really feel like there's times where I just have not been able to enjoy life itself. I feel like every time I turn around, it's a bill that's due. And then for some odd reason, I never have enough funds to pay that bill. And then I got to go chase money to pay that. I'm tired of paying fucking bills. And let's be real, hustling is one of the most tiringest things. Like, it's not fun. There's nothing fun about the grind. Can we stop pretending like grinding is just so fun? It is the most annoying, miserable thing ever. Like, I am so tired of grinding too. That shit is tiring as hell too.
I wonder if she realizes that having a man would fix that empty feeling she has. She says she wakes up, cooks breakfast, drops the kids off at school, goes to work, comes home, and then sleeps. There's a bill always due, and she hates the grind. All she has to do is find a decent man, and voila, all her problems are solved. This life is not meant to be lived alone. You're supposed to be surviving with someone, not dying alone. Let's take a look at the comment section. I'm so exhausted, to be honest. Yes, it is quite exhausting when you're doing everything alone. The weekend lasts 16 minutes. That's so true. Literally, it's so exhausting. Capitalism is meant to keep people in a rat race just to survive. But some people are starting to wake up to this late stage capitalism that they have us in. Well, you can wake up all you want, but capitalism's not going anywhere. And name me a better system. I'll wait. I'm tired. I'm so burnt out. Oh my God. Yeah, I can see why, you know? You're most likely one of these modern women that think that they can do it all on their own, strong and independent. But in reality, you need help. This is life. On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Having a man is not a flex, babe. Who raised you? Wait, don't tell me. I know. I know why you would think that a woman's worth is measured by her marital status or by her proximity to a man. I know. It's okay. You left this comment on my video where I am telling women to go where they are appreciated and to align themselves with people who treat them with respect. You had the audacity to type, "I can bet £1,000 you don't have a man," and you thought you ate. When I saw that comment, I looked at you like a typewriter. Like, do they still make these people? Because you think having a man is a flex. Bless your heart. I am so happy that I live in a time where women know that being in healthy, loving relationships is the flex, not just proximity to men, not just getting into relationships just to say they have a man. Because back in the day, most women did not have a choice and they were forced to stay in situations that were unhealthy.
You serious?
They were forced to stay in marriages and relationships because of societal pressure. They did not have autonomy. They didn't have any rights. Those days are over. Having a man is not a flex. You guys thought that just because you're a man, you should be picked. Those days are over, baby. Women are choosing themselves. They're choosing men who align with them. They're choosing healthy, loving relationships. So when you want to bet £1,000 I don't have a man, those words actually expose your mentality. They expose the type of person that you are. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Okay? Be blessed.
I think the post is actually right. I can bet $1,000 she doesn't have a man. Because if she had a man, she would know that having a man is a flex for the majority of women. I know this because women attend dating events where the ratio is like 20 women to 1 man in hopes of securing a husband. Women that say it's not a flex are just bitter man haters. A vast majority want the big wedding, the last name of the man that she admires and respects, and the security it all comes with. Feminists can say that they're strong and independent and they don't need no man, but I don't buy it. It's all cope because they know they can't play that role of good wife or good mother. Let's take a look at the comment section. Blah, 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 you leftovers are boring. Having man is great flex, especially a great man. It is true. Because, if you are with some high value man, I'm pretty sure you're going to flex him around your friends and family and everything would be nice in your world. But you don't have one. So all you can do is be bitter. Marriage, babies, relationships are not the flex they were. travel, education, good female friendships, health, a business, and assets are the new flex. Well, there's not the new flex. That's always been the flex. But you can flex material things and you can also flex family. It's two different things, you know what I mean? You got to keep them separate. Why not try to have both instead of trying to be so one-sided on the material things? I don't get some of you modern women. Pick me energy in this one. You Slater queen. Well, you can call her a pick me, but you can't call her wrong. You know, I'll bet $1,000 too. She doesn't have a man. I can just tell. And that's the flex. So, on to the next.
That's what I call a chain
I
reaction.
just saw a video of a girl talking about like the timeline of marriage, and I don't want to get into that right here, but somebody commented and said that the best advice I ever got was like, don't marry the man. Like, imagine divorcing him.
Huh?
Like, if that scares you, don't marry him. But, okay, hear me out. If I were to get divorced, okay, he better be fucking scared. I would be the biggest bitch. Right, so I feel like that's not the best advice. Like, I would be an absolute menace. I'm taking you for all you're worth. And then some. So if somebody asked my fiance, like they said, imagine what divorcing her would be like. He would stop dead in his tracks. He would say that bitch is crazy and she would kill me. And I would. Right, allegedly. Okay, so I understand kind of the sentiment, but then I think about it and I say, if the roles were reversed, right, I would be the biggest bitch of all time. Right, so, you know, I think most people would be. If we're divorcing, right, I'm going to be the fucking worst. So, is it good advice? I don't know.
I wonder if she thinks that she'll find a man that wants to marry her when it's all said and done. Imagine the type of man that hears this post and decides to marry her after. Divorce rates are 50%. 70% of divorces are initiated by women. He's almost destined to get wrecked by this woman. She said, taking you for all you're worth. So what is the incentive that I get for marrying her? Why not just keep you as a girlfriend and get the same treatment without all the risk? Ladies like her have ruined it for women that are actually serious about marriage. She doesn't even know it. Let's take a look at the comment section. Fun fact, in Norway, Greece, and other countries, the average marriage age 39 for men and 37 for women. Well, that's not a flex because 37 is pretty old to be getting married and starting a family. In my divorce era, the fact that he and his family started spreading lies about me and my character, like, wow, thanks. Well, it's one thing for your ex to start spreading lies about you. That's maybe understandable. But his family too? Maybe the lies are not actual lies. Maybe they're truths that you don't want to hear. Okay? On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. It's the media that's been leading you, I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.